Hey guys, several days ago, a question published on New Scientist in 2012 by, by Michael Page hit me, so I decided to make a speech about what are we eating. Here is the same question for you. Imagine there are two kinds of food. One is labeled natural, and one is labeled genetically modified. Which one will you choose? You may never think about this question before, since you have never faced such a situation. However, according to the article published on FDA's Consumer Updates in 2013, some 88% of corn and 93% of the soybeans grown in the United States in 2012 were GMs. Actually, we are in that situation every day. We just don't need to choose, or we may say, we just don't have the right to choose. To know and choose. Why we don't have the right to choose the food? Shouldn't the genetically modified food to be labeled so that all of us can recognize them? Harry Sari noted on the Food Housekeeping in 2013 that until very recently, there were no requirements for GM food to be identified in the USA. Today, I would like to discuss with you something about GM food. I believe that GM food needs to be labeled clearly. Now, I will mainly introduce some basic information about genetically modified food, that the benefit of the labeling of genetically modified food, including it will be facilitate people to learn more about GM food, and return them to the right to choose what they want. Let's start by some basic information about GM food, genetically modified food. As the FDA claimed, genetically modified food are food produced from organisms that have had a specific change introduced into their DNA using the methods of genetic engineering. GM food were first put on the market in the early 1990s. The most common modified food are derived from plants, soybean, corn, and cottonseed oil. People have never stopped arguing the safety of GM food since its birth. But still the question remains, are they safe to eat? Yes, said by Monsanto, which is believed to be the company that will feed the world. Plants and crops with GM traits has been tasted more than any other crops with no credible evidence of harm to humans or animals. But there is another voice. Vanessa Bright pointed out on New Internationalist in 2013 that nobody health and environmental organizations, including many scientists, are not convinced. They believe that most of the safety tests are conducted or consumed by the industry itself. So they believe that most tests should be done to guarantee the safety of the GM food. Actually, the labeling of the GM food can facilitate ordinary people to learn more about them. Take me as some examples. I've never focused on any information about the GM food. It wasn't accurate to me until one day I saw GMO-free on a bottle of orange juice. I thought it was very special and very interesting. So I checked other juice bottles and several of them have the same size. I was surprised at the time. Does it mean that most of the juice are made by GM food? Why haven't I never noticed them? Then when I went back, I searched the internet and found that there is no requirements for GM food to be identified in the US. Meantime, I acquired some detailed information about GM food. To be honest, I'm okay with some of them. What's more, to put labels on GM food could return the consumers their right to choice. In Benjamin Senning's article published on the Magazine of Food, Farm and Resource Asia in 2013, he said the labeling of GM food conforms with the principle of the consumer's right to know. If people don't want to eat GM food, They shouldn't have to regardless of whether the reason or not. Nevertheless, if not being labeled clearly, who could know whether they are eating GM food or not? We can see return customers, their rights will subsume their desire to know more about GM food. Above what we have shared the basic information about GM food and the two major benefits of labeling GM food, which are facilitate people to learn more about this food and return consumers their right to choose what they want to eat. Now, do you still remember the question at the very beginning? Yeah, the two-page question. If you want to have the chance to make such a decision, labeling of this food is very, very necessary. And if you want to make the right decision, you should learn more about it from now on. Thus, when the time comes, you can make your own decision. Yes, thank you.